Great Britain Rugby players part of a controversial body positivity campaign. Now, what does this actually mean? What does this fully mean? Well, this one I thought was actually quite an interesting story when it all comes down to it, because I felt this was one of those things where we've seen it before, but is it like getting played? But before we get into that question, let me kind of put some context to it. Jasmine Joyce, Ellie Boatman, and Quanisha Amy, Celia Quansah, who are all part of the Great Britain Olympic rugby team. Actually, Celia Quansah was not able to make that team yet. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. But they were able to come out, and they wanted to do a body positivity campaign for the company Bluebella Lingerie. All right. This one I think was interesting because, again, this isn't something that we haven't seen before, but it seemed to not have the reaction that we've seen in the past. All right. We didn't see it. And typically, whenever we would have these campaigns, it would come, obviously, woman strong, empowerment, can be two things at the same time. We're not limited to any one type of body, yada, 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 yada. But one viewer, Nicole Lampert, at Nicole Lampert on X, really kind of put into a consistency, like there's a new, talking about feeling the campaign. And she said, there's a new campaign to get teenage girls into sport called #StrongIsBeautiful. It's been kicked off by Team Green Bay rugby players posing in lingerie. Feels really regressive and sexist to me. Maybe I'm old. And I thought this was interesting because of the fact that in the past, we have always seen this, whether it's been used for calendars, whether it's been used for commercials. Obviously, Victoria's Secret is very well known for, especially lately, for their body positivity usage and utilizing lingerie. We've seen it for the naked calendars, for Great Britain, for England itself, for Scotland, for different teams. Even locally, we see these happen from time to time, especially with women. But it almost feels like there might be a bit of a tiredness that's coming with it. Now, obviously, for me, I believe that there's always a place to be able to, show, especially with rugby, where there's a lot of stereotypes on how women are. I think we know for the USA, Ileana Marr is incredibly well known for her TikTok being almost not exclusively, but strongly about her journey being more body positive about herself and the way that people have always reacted to her in it. So you have a situation where you do have these women who are actually trying to push a proper agenda. But again, does it get tired? Let's look at the video that they have for this one. I think it might add some context to what was being said for this. Simple. Hopefully I don't get flagged by YouTube on this one too bad, but a very, very simple concept. And it's like, okay, I get it. There's no shame. Show off, especially whenever there is so many people that literally on the internet go hard against women. Again, I've seen the comments on Ileana's, like people like are kind of really ruthless about it. Like I know to some extent it's probably trolling. And so they're trying to go over the top, but at the same time, it's for what? What are we going this hard for? But again, like I said, I felt like there was a lot more backlash on this one from both sides. So hold on, I want to look down some of these comments. And you let me know what you guys think about this one as well, too. Average Rugger, no worries. I'm going to get to you in a moment because I just wanted to get this point out. So looking at some of the comments here from under Nicole Lampert's situation, One thing she said was, Team Great Britain has asked me to make it clear that this is not their initiative. Stop messaging them, which speaks volumes to their role models. Are they being who they are? And again, I think it's always, especially in rugby, be who you are. All right. But you get some situations where you get like Rugby Julia over here who goes, you've done a lot of damage with this. You should delete both posts because of how it's engagement bait and you don't know anything about rugby or women's sports at all. Heavy, right? But on the other hand, you have something like Alison Griffith, who's apparently Welsh, who says, exactly, what was their intention? Like, it is these concepts. And of course, Twitter is not a consistent measure of people's attention, nor is it literally a consistency of the town hall. But it does present a thought. Like, is there other ways of being able to present body positivity without necessarily being scandalous or necessarily being too conservative at the same time? Can you be authentically you while also simultaneously providing yourself with the opportunity to, maximize your messaging? Like I said, for me, I'm not really pushed by this more. I give credit. I love the fact that even if this is a campaign, I hope these women are getting paid for this as representative for the lingerie, for Bluebella lingerie. So in one hand, I love the idea that there's a sponsorship opportunity for them and that they are trying to flip it for positivity. And particularly for Jasmine Joyce and Ellie Boatman, who are two people who made the Great Britain team and will be competing in the Olympics and will absolutely dominate because that's what they do. It's great to be able to get them more eyes on this. And I hope a storyline goes with this. And then with Celia Quansah, who's been a massive advocate of LGBTQ rights, one, because she is, two, because her girlfriend, Megan Jones, is on that Great Britain team as well. So it puts a different level of face. But again, does it now distract because we've seen it so much? I don't know. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on this one. Let me know. Do you guys feel like there is any questions on how that should be going with that? Before we get to any ads on that, I want to go to what Average Rugger was saying. He was talking in regards to the MLR. He said, it all starts with World Rugby opening up for social media personnel to promote the game more instead of hitting us with copyright strike. Social media is absolutely key. I 100% agree. I would say I hope for the Olympics to do show us how it's done and World Rugby not get in the way. But as per usual, the Olympics doesn't do anything with World Rugby in that sense, and they are going to absolutely let us share the clips, and it's going to go great. Also, shout out to Rugby Sevens. They do a great job in putting out some really solid clips that are out there and make it a little bit shareable. So hopefully World Rugby and their initiatives have done a better job moving forward when it comes to this one. But I do absolutely think that what happened on social media does help for developing the stories, both for casual, like these stories are what we do in terms of spreading the game. So let me know, like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you guys think on the tags, whatever you want to do. All right.
We're taking dumplings to a new level. My name is Gifte Belu. I'm here with Health Enhanced Foods, and I want to introduce you to one of our most popular products, dumpling flour. What makes our dumpling flour so popular is that it is a mix of unrefined super flours that create the maximum level of nourishment for your personal dumplings. This is including mixes like buckwheat, sunflower, flax seeds, everything that helps to be able to make your appetite stronger, more fulfilled, and healthier. Including within that, we have no added sugars, so we want to make sure that it is rich in protein, rich in fiber, and rich in vitamins and minerals. Our dumpling flour is diabetic friendly, high in quality gluten-free mixes with no rice. And if you know, you know. There's always a little bit of rice to be able to stabilize it. Not here in our dumpling flour. It is naturally nourishing. And of course, it's a great substitute for wheat-based dumplings. With this gluten-free dumpling, you can now make your croissants, you can make your rice dumplings, you can make your dessert dumplings. You can absolutely find this at healthenhancedfoods.com. Go ahead, get yourself a bag, get yourself a pallet, and make sure that you can fulfill for your people and yourself the way that you really deserve it. Don't wait, let's go.